stop wasting tokens every session on tool definitions. We just rebuilt the Massive MCP server to cut your AI agent's context overhead, allowing you to query market, fundamental, and alternative data across financial markets. We've refactored the Massive MCP server down from 53 tools to just 4. So instead of loading every endpoint schema into the context window on every request, your agent now searches for the right endpoint, reads its documentation, calls the API directly, and stores the results for analysis. This results in significantly less context overhead per session. To use it in Claude Desktop, search for Massive in the connector section. Install the Massive Market Data Connector and add your API key. Then, in a chat window, you can ask for stock market information, like the last 30 days of Apple daily bars. The agent searches for the right endpoint, reads the parameter docs, calls the API, and finally creates this graphic. Then I can follow up with another question, like what was the average volume on up days versus down days? And the agent analyzes the stored data and produces the answer. Now let me show you something even more powerful. I'll ask for the near-term Apple options chain, plus for it to calculate the Black-Scholes delta for each contract and show me the calls closest to 0.5. The agent finds the options chain endpoint, reads the docs, fetches the data, and calculates the delta. The agent runs the calculation and returns a ranked table. And I didn't have to write a single line of code to do any of this. The server builds an index of every massive endpoint at startup from our llms.txt documentation, so new endpoints are discoverable automatically without touching the server code. It also ships with the built-in financial functions, like the Black-Scholes Greeks that I just showed off, plus Sharp and Sortino ratios and moving averages, all applicable directly to stored results. You'll need a massive API key in order for this MCP server to work, as well as an LLM client to connect it to, like Claude Desktop. Install the Massive MCP server and let AI agents handle the rest. And remember, keep building something massive.